Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Casey Waldron of Pony Stampede here with SMU defensive back coach Derek Odum. Coach Mason has instituted a lot of changes with the way things are done in practice. How is this affected what you're doing with the D-backs, and how do you think the players are responding to those changes?
I think they're responding really well. You know, anytime you have a little bit of a change, you know, it kind of stirs things up a little bit. You know, we've got the music blasting in practice, a little bit more contact. So I think the guys are really liking that and responding to it.
The team has had 4 tough losses now, but still the consistent play of Hayden Greenbauer and Ajay Montez has been considered a real positive to build upon. What would you attribute their success to, and in general, how would you grade the secondary's performance so far?
Well, those two guys, they come to work every day. They have a lot of pride in what they're doing. And so they don't look at the scoreboard. They know their individual performance is what matters. And if everyone does that around them, then you're going to have a good outcome. And so that's what they're focused on, doing their technique properly, you know, excelling at whatever the coverage that we have called and doing that to the best of their ability. And then overall, you know, in the secondary, you know, we've had a lot of injuries, and so it's been mix and match in a lot of different groups. One of these days we'll have everybody back, but I don't know what that will be.
Missed tackles is something that has been an issue that Coach Mason said the defense really needs to work on. So what specifically is the defense focusing on to correct those and improve upon open field tackles as well?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with being on the field, you know, for a long period of time. We need to get off the field. You know, when we have those long drives, we start to wear down a little bit, and that's when the sloppy tackling comes in. So we got to do a better job of getting off the field. I think the tackling will improve. This last game it did improve more so than the game before that, and so we just keep working on it every day in practice and be in a position to make tackles and wrapping up and squeezing and finishing it. So I think that's the biggest thing, you know, is getting off the field that will lessen the amount of missed tackles.
Definitely, and as you said, you know, there's been a lot of injuries, especially last week we saw a lot against TCU. Coach Mason said that Shaquille Randolph is going to be a day-to-day play for East Carolina, so can you share any update on his status and how is the rest of the secondary doing? And is this at all going to affect your game plan for Saturday?
Yeah, he's day-to-day. I think he's, you know, I don't think there's any structural damage with the league. You know, he's kind of just working through it. We'll see game day where he's at, but you know, getting a lot of other guys prepared. You know, like it's kind of been the theme this whole year. You know, I don't have everybody, and so your next guy's up, and you got to do well.
There's been a lot of talk on social media as well, and Coach Mason appealed to former Mustangs who criticized the program, and he said, "Why don't you just come back and help out?" Which was a terrific message. How do you feel about the comments that some of these former high-profile players have been making, and how would you add? What would you add to his appeal?
Well, I mean, you know, all those guys have their opinions and what they want, you know, what they experience here at SMU. You know, I can't worry about that. I know it's kind of a cliche, but I worry about the guys we do have, and if they want to come back and help us, that'd be great because they're all great players. They did a lot for this program, and so if they want to come back and help us out and get this team motivated and get going, that'd be great.
In preparing for ECU this Saturday, what have you seen on film that is going to be the biggest challenge for you guys to defend, and what is going to be the key to really get out there and get the first conference win and start the season?
Well, you look at their offense, they scored 70 points last week, and that's hard to do against anybody, let alone an ACC team. So they're loaded at wide receiver. I mean, I think they're the most deep group that we faced this year, and we faced some really good groups.
Definitely.
You know, they go about 8 deep or 9 deep at a receiver. I think they're in the top 10 offense in the country, and so we're going to have our hands full, to say the least. But the guys are excited. You know, I said, this is what you signed up for. If you're a competitor, you want to play against the best, and here you go, you got it. So let's go out there and get it done.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it. Thank you so much. Good luck.